Hey, what's up? Thank you for joining me again here. I'm going to try this Rush Poker video thing one more time. That last one just sort of came out a little bit sloppy. I just sat with $10 here, and I'm going to re-raise this guy. Sat with $10, so we'll see what happens. Like I say, I'm kind of posting these videos because I want to get some feedback on gameplay and different strategies and shit. Anyone can always get better at poker, but Rush Poker, sort of, I don't know overall if I'm even a winner at Rush Poker. I think I may have a losing record, but it's so fun. And my biggest problem is that I just get too loose. But I do that because in my opinion, it counteracts the extreme tightness that people play with. I find that if I raise in late position with crappy cards in Rush Poker, it's easy to get away with it when they play back, or get away from it when they play back. Because in Rush Poker, when they're playing back for big chunks, they almost always have like the nuts or aces if it's pre-flop, that kind of shit. And it's nice. You get some value if you raise with like a 7-5 offsuit from the cutoff and they fold. That's great. If they just call behind you, that's also great because they're just going to check. But when they repop you, even then you have options. Mostly after the flop, those hands are just easy to get away from. And in Rush Poker, that saves me a couple bucks here and there. Sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes when I get fucking aces in Rush Poker and I have 150 big blinds or whatever, excuse me, man, I'm burpy tonight. When I get the aces and me and the other guy have deep stacks, I swear, man, that shit just it screws with my head. Maybe I'm gun shy because I've had too many of the 7-high flop where he hit his 3 of a kind, and I stack off to him with the aces. But hey, it happens. Alright, so nothing to speak of so far, except those 8s. That's the other thing too, is I like to re-raise in position a little more liberally, just because my re-raise looks stronger since it's Rush Poker. Like, they know, oh well, he waited for this hand, he could have just folded immediately. So you can use that sort of reverse psychology, I guess. But then they realize as well. I almost always... Okay, see, Ace-Jack, I'm learning my lesson with this fucking hand at Rush Poker. In any 5-10 cent ring game, especially if I was playing with the same players, I just raise it. Because, to be honest, that's about almost the weakest hand that I would raise in a full ring under the gun. I'll even fold like the smallish pairs. I play tight. Sometimes too tight. Like, I could have re-raised him right there. He doesn't have to have my ace-8 beat. But, when I say I play tight, what I mean is that when I'm in position, I'll go for it. But when I'm out of position, hate calling raises, hate, playing from behind somebody. See, right here, King Queen, this is an interesting spot. Maybe somebody can clue me in. I'm thinking there's 2 options. There's no time bank on this. If this was a tournament, that's an insta-fold for me almost all the time. Middle position, King, Queen, offsuit. These guys don't know me from the next guy, so I don't have to mix up my game with them. But right there, maybe raising looks stronger than a king-queen offsuit because it's rush poker. Yeah, anyway. On and on and on I ramble. Okay, king 10. I'm going to wait for this in the small blind. See, this is stupid to me too. If your hand isn't good enough to raise, just what does he got? He's got like pocket twos or jack 9 suited or something. I just don't even know. I'm going to say like a weak ass little pair he limped in with, and he could have just folded and gone to the next hand. Now he'll bet because his twos are probably good. And what's sick is that even if I knew he had twos and I check raise him to like $1.50, they always call. Always. I don't know why. It's incredible. That move works so good against decent players. And then they'll start checking to you on those shitty flops. And changing up their game knowing that you know that they probably didn't hit it. Against these fuckers, I'm telling you. As you know, I'm sure you know, these guys just will not fold to a check raise. The only time they'll fold to a check raise is when you actually have it. For some reason. But they'll even, bet lead out, and you can raise them, and they'll call out of position with bottom pair on a raggy ass flop, or like king high flop after you raise pre. Just shit like that. Shit that couldn't bring myself to do it because it's a losing play. The only way it's a good play is if they know for some reason that I'm going to be check raising them there with less than bottom pair. I don't know. I don't know where they get it. So, right here, ace 5, no question. I'm just kind of curious to see if other people... We'll take a look back at that one. I don't know if you knew this. You don't have to sit out at a table to review a hand. You can go to your last hand, and you can wait for the hand to key up. So they're still playing that hand because it hasn't showed up yet. Come on. Just trying to show. So, where was it? That was the hand. Okay, so I had the ace 5. He raised. Oh, this is getting frustrating with the windows popping up. Okay, now. I'm not going to just call. I want to get the people behind me out. Hopefully fate just calls, and then he checks it, I bet, and he folds. Or that. I would have preferred him to call. So I appreciate anyone who's watching this to, that you're checking it out, and feel free, post some feedback, just give some advice. Like I said in my last one, though, I'm not interested in hearing some loudmouth shit donkey ass poker player telling me what I am and not am not doing right or wrong. Come constructive with it. Because I am not a noob or a fish. I just need a little practice at the rush. I'm good overall player. So yeah, some feedback would be wonderful. And then hit me up. Send me invites to your shit, to your videos. I'll check those out too. I got 560 seconds. I believe that's just about 10 minutes. Alright guys, I appreciate you checking it out. I'm going to post another one right after this. I'll post part 2. How's that? Alright. SpiderAA